and welcome to Rural Art Connection, the place where your boredom ends and creativity begins. This video is brought to you in cooperation with the 21st CCLC program, which is funded by the Nita M. Lowell Grant. Today, we're going to be doing some paper plate string art. For this project, you will need, bare minimum, a paper plate, some yarn or string. You can also use ribbon instead if you don't have yarn or in addition to, so you can use them together. And then scissors and pencils or a hole punch if you have a hole punch, which I actually do not think that I have. To begin, you flip your plate over, you take your pencil, and you're gonna draw your design. So if you wanna do a heart, an Easter egg shape, a peace sign, whatever shape you're gonna try to do. For your first one, simple is best. I am going to do a star, so okay, now my little legs is extra skinny, and so I'm going to come back through and beef it up. And so I'm just gonna play with it a little bit until I am satisfied. And so I think that's pretty good. Next step is we're going to cut it out. For the paper plate, the easiest way to do it is to poke a hole in the middle. So be very careful, don't poke yourself. So my hand is out of the way, and you go real slow. Once you make that hole, then you're gonna start cutting from the center out. And you're not always gonna get it in one big chunk. So I cut mine into little sections and then go from there and start removing it in little sections. That way it's easier all the way around instead of trying to, you know, forcibly cut through this little tiny mark that I made. So there we go, there's my star. Next comes the hole poking. So making holes. You want to, again, make sure that you don't poke yourself. And you're going to, no pencils, I dropped my pencil. Okay, you're gonna poke holes, and you do not want to rip your plate out. So make sure that you are spacing yourself out enough that you have some distance from the edge of the plate. Now, if you have a thick needle that you use for crocheting sometimes, or sewing thick material, those heavy sewing needles that will fit yarn, you can also use those to poke your hole as well. And it'll actually come out cleaner and nicer looking with that needle or a hole punch than the way that I am doing it. But I want to show that it can be done even if you don't have all of your tools. I'm just gonna keep poking holes all the way around, and then I will be back.
Proud spokesperson for Red Heart Yarns. Through your tapestry needle, go ahead and going from the underneath side, pick a point and thread the yarn needle up through that point and pull it up just to the point where the yarn has a little bit of slack left over so that we can tie that in. Now go ahead and going to the opposite side of the plate or going back and forth, whatever way you want to, go ahead and start putting the yarn through all of the holes you've just created. I think I'm going to go ahead and go down here. This is a part where you really just get to have some fun. Do anything you want as far as where you want to put your needle in, where do you want to place your strand that goes across. It's totally up to you. Maybe I'll go over here to this one. Let's see what I can create.
Alright, so here we are at the end of my white string. I did pretty good. I almost got all the way around my plate. And as you can see, I changed directions, so I went vertically this way and then I changed it up and kind of went diagonally, and that is totally fine. If you want to keep going all in one direction, that's fine. If you want to change it up and go other directions, also fine. I went through the same holes multiple times in some places, not on all of them. I love how when I start talking, my son also starts making noise. But then when I stop talking, he's quiet. So I wrapped it with the string, or wrapped it with the tape, then I cut it at an angle to kind of make a point, like a makeshift needle. Now I'm gonna go through this hole right there. Pulley, 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 up. Okay. And then I'm gonna go through this hole right here. It's having a friend try to come out early. It's like, me, pick me. Okay, so ta-da! Now I'm going to go through this same spot that I did with the white right here. Because we're totally cool with having multiple mixed colors in one section. That's called diversity, and that's cool. So let's be diverse and have multiple different colors of yarn in the same area, because that's cool. It looks awesome. So then I just went through the hole next to it, pulling my yarn through, coming back out. When you think you're done, you just make sure your string is on the back, loop it through a bunch of your strings, and then you make a hoop with one hand and you put the end through the hoop to make a knot, and you just pull it until you have a knot. Right here is my knot, and then I can just cut it with my scissors. So the back looks pretty messed up for the most part, but that's the back. Nobody's gonna see that part. This is the front part, and I like it. It makes it look like the star is like dancing, because my star is not totally symmetrical. It looks like it's moving, it's in motion, and you can hang it or turn it as you see fit. And then when you display it, you can also put like a colored piece of paper behind it if you want. That always looks cool. You can put a loop on the top to hang it up. You can poke holes in the bottom and make tassels. You can paint the plates. If you don't like what your plate looks like, you guys have black and white polka dot plates, if I remember correctly. And I will also be adding in some video of some other people that have done this project besides myself.
Each one of these was done using a cookie cutter as far as the shape, and then they just went around and did all the string art like that. Mine's a little bit different in that I didn't go around all nice and neat as these examples are. Mine was thread back and forth all around on the back and the front, and that's just as good as well. Crafting doesn't have to be perfect. As long as you're having fun doing the...
I couldn't have said it better myself. Art is a huge experiment, being creative and trying new things. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I recently just hit my 500 subscriber milestone, and I will be doing a giveaway as well as a reveal for what I did for my 500 subscribers. So something really might have happened with my hair. So that video is going to hit soon, so please make sure you like, share, subscribe so you can catch all the 21st century videos for summer school, as well as anything I'm going to be posting over the summer. And stay tuned for more videos from me and the 21st century program, and have a good one.